STONK is a joystick controller and looper with 2 channels of CV and 2 channels of audio. It's also a CV generator and audio processor. Let's have a look at the main features. 2 audio in and out, AC coupled. 2 CV in and out, DC coupled, plus or minus 5 volts. 2 extra CV outputs, plus or minus 10 volts. These are the analog sum and difference of the CV outputs 1 and 2. 12 illuminated push buttons. CV and audio looper, 150 seconds per channel. Built-in LFO, Euclidean envelope generator, multimode filter, stereo reverb, wavefolder and VCA. The audio quality is 24-bit, 48 kHz and the internal audio handle is 32-bit float. To select a channel, click on its respective button. Several channels can be selected at a time. 1 and 2 are the CV channels, L and R are the audio ones. Each channel has 6 modes to choose from. To change the behavior of the selected channels, push any of the second row buttons. If the button is held, instead of just clicking, it will behave as momentary, so the release will set the previous mode on. Let's have a look to the CV modes. Horizontal axis. Left is minus 5 volts, right is plus 5 volts. Vertical axis. Bottom is minus 5 volts, top is plus 5 volts. LFO. The horizontal axis sets the frequency, and the vertical one sets the symmetry of the waveform, going from ramp to triangle to saw. Euclidean envelopes. Horizontal axis sets the Euclidean pattern, and vertical sets the envelope decay. CV input. Loop. This won't be available until a loop has been recorded. For the audio channels, the available modes are multimode filter. Horizontal axis sets the cutoff, and the vertical one sets the resonance. Stereo reverb. Horizontal for reverb size, then vertical for dry, wet balance. Wavefolder. Driven by an LFO, horizontal axis sets the LFO frequency and vertical sets the LFO amplitude. Euclidean envelopes. Driving a VCA with the same controls as the CV mode, horizontal for the Euclidean pattern, and vertical for the envelope decay. Plain audio input and loop, which again, won't be available until it has been recorded. There are 150 seconds of loop time available for each of the 4 channels. If there's no cable plugged on the rec input, 2 clicks would be necessary in order to make a loop. The first will arm the loop, which will start recording with the next clock signal. The next click will make the next detected clock stop recording and start playing. While the loop is being played, any other mode can be selected. The loop will still playing in background, so when going back to it, everything will still be in sync. If there's a cable plugged in the rec input, only 1 click would be needed to make a loop. So clicking on the rec button will arm the looper. The incoming trigger after the looper has been armed will start recording. And the next one will stop recording and will start playing it. That way the size of the loop will match perfectly the timing of your sequencer. To process the audio loop with some of the built-in effects, press the loop button in any of the stonk modes. That way the loop will be passed to the filter, reverb, folder or whatever. Pressing Shift and Clear will erase the loop in all the selected channels.